Look here, I need you to really hear me when I say this. Pressure ain't your enemy, it's your proving ground. A lot of folks think when life puts the heat on you, you're supposed to fold, give in, sit down somewhere, and wait for better days. But let me tell you something, ain't no better days coming if you can't stand the ones you're in now. Pressure is what takes coal and turns it into diamonds. Some of y'all praying to be diamonds, shining bright in this world, but you can't even handle the weight that's gonna make you sparkle. When you see people like Tate, Les Brown, or myself, people who came from the dirt, fought for every inch, and got to stand where we stand today, you think we didn't feel that same pressure. Shoot, we felt it more than you know. But the difference is, we learned to stand in it, work through it, and let it mold us into something better. Pressure don't break real ones, it reveals them. So next time you feel that squeeze, don't complain, don't run, don't talk about how unfair life is. Embrace it, look that storm dead in the face, and tell it, I was made for this. Let me drop a little wisdom on you. Just like I tell my kids, quitting ain't even in your vocabulary anymore. I want you to scratch that word out your dictionary. Erase it from your mind. Block it out like it never existed. See, the thing about quitting is, once you do it the first time, it gets real easy to do it again. One little slip becomes a habit. That habit becomes who you are. Before you know it, you done quit on your dreams, your relationships, your health, your happiness. And for what? To avoid a little pain, to dodge some hardship. No, that ain't the way champions move. Let me tell you something. Everybody wants to be a beast until it's time to do what beasts do. Beasts don't quit. They get up when they tired. They push when they sore. They fight when they scared. They keep going when every voice in their head says, stop. I know some of y'all going through some things right now. Bills piling up. Job ain't paying enough. Kids acting up. Body breaking down. But you gotta make a promise to yourself. I will not quit. Because the moment you decide that quitting ain't on the table, your whole life changes. You fight harder. You stand taller. You find a way. No matter what. You know what people get wrong about success? They think it's supposed to be easy. They look at people like Mylett, Jim Rohn, Les Brown, Tate, and say, man, they must have had it made. Let me tell you, those men been through hell and back. See, resilience is a muscle, and just like any other muscle, you gotta tear it down to build it up. You don't get strong in the comfort zone, you get strong in the struggle. When I was homeless, sleeping in my car, washing up in gas station sinks, I ain't see no light at the end of the tunnel. But every day I told myself, this ain't how my story ends. Some of you need to remind yourself right now, where you are ain't where you're staying. The pain you feel today is building the backbone you'll need tomorrow. Every time you get knocked down and stand back up, you gain strength. Every time you get rejected and keep pushing, you build confidence. Resilience ain't pretty, it's gritty, it's ugly, it's painful, but it's yours. No one can take it from you. So wear your scars like a badge of honor. You survived what tried to break you. That means you're already stronger than you think. I always say this, life don't wait on nobody. You can sit around, cry about how unfair it is, throw yourself a pity party, but guess what? The world keeps turning, bills keep coming, opportunities keep slipping by. That's why you gotta keep moving. Momentum is your best friend when you're under pressure. If you stop, that's when the weight crushes you. But when you keep moving, one foot in front of the other, you learn to carry it. You might stumble, you might crawl, but you better not stand still. Listen, the moment you stop is the moment you give up your power. You ain't gotta have it all figured out today. You don't need the perfect plan, the perfect timing, or the perfect resources. You just need the courage to take the next step. That's it. One more rep, one more call, one more prayer, one more door knocked on, one more sunrise. Keep moving forward and watch what happens. You'll look up one day and realize that the storm didn't destroy you. It made you. Now let me tell you something practical. Control what you can control. You can't control people. You can't control the economy. You can't control who likes you or who don't, but you can control your attitude. You can control your work ethic. You can control your habits. See too many people wasting time crying about stuff they can't do nothing about. They watching the news all day, feeding their mind with negativity, complaining about things that ain't in their hands. Let me break it down for you. You got two choices. Every day, you can focus on the problem, or you can focus on the solution. That choice right there determines everything. When I was broke, I couldn't control that I had no money, but I could control how I hustled. I could control my grind. I could control my mindset. I chose to bet on me every day. And guess what? That's how you win. If you do what you can, God will do what you can't. But you gotta start. Control your thoughts. Control your circle. Control your effort. You do that, and pressure won't crack you. It'll craft you. Your mind is your greatest asset, or your biggest liability. You gotta guard it like your life depends on it. Because guess what? It does. Pressure ain't what breaks people. It's the lies they let in. When things get hard, you start believing you ain't good enough. You start telling yourself it's too late. You start thinking success is for everybody else but you. That's a lie, and you gotta shut it down. I talk to myself more than anybody talks to me, and what I tell myself shapes my reality. You can't control the world, but you can control what you allow to live rent-free in your head. Cut out the negativity. Shut off the noise. Stop hanging around dream killers who want you to stay small so they feel better about themselves. When I got serious about protecting my mindset, my whole life changed. I started reading more, praying more, surrounding myself with people who saw greatness in me, even when I couldn't see it myself. Do whatever it takes to keep your mind strong, because when the mind is strong, the body can endure anything. Now let me break something down that changed my life. Setbacks are setups for comebacks. I know you heard that before, but you gotta live it. Every time you fail, you gain information. Every closed door points you to the right one. Every betrayal teaches you who's real. Every loss reveals where you need to grow. When I got fired from jobs, when my comedy gigs flopped, when folks laughed in my face, I didn't know it then, but God was setting me up for something bigger. So when you hit a wall, don't cry about it. Ask yourself, what's this trying to teach me? That's the million-dollar question right there. Winners learn from losses. Losers complain about them. If you want to win, you gotta get good at looking at the ashes of your mistakes and saying, I'm gonna build something better out of this. That's how resilience works. You don't let the fire burn you up. You let it refine you. So next time you get knocked back, smile. Say, all right, life, I see you. Let's go again. I'm gonna keep it real with you. You can't do this alone. Your circle matters. Show me your friends, and I'll show you your future. When you're under pressure, the people you surround yourself with will either hold you down or lift you up. Some folks are just dead weight. They want you to quit so they don't feel bad about quitting on themselves. Cut them loose. Find people who sharpen you, challenge you, make you better. When I was on my way up, I had mentors, prayer partners, people who checked me when I started slipping. You need that. You need somebody to tell you, get up, wipe your face, let's go. Andrew Tate got his crew. Les Brown had mentors. Ed Mylett got his inner circle. You need yours too. Iron sharpens iron. So stop trying to be Superman or Superwoman all by yourself. Build your tribe. Invest in relationships that push you closer to your purpose. And when the heat comes, you won't crack because you won't be standing alone. Let me tell you something nobody wants to hear. Motivation fades. Discipline doesn't. You can watch all the motivational videos you want, and you should. But if you don't got discipline, you won't last. Motivation gets you started. Discipline keeps you going. I'm telling you right now, discipline is freedom. When you do what you need to do, even when you don't feel like doing it, you free yourself from regret later. That's what separates the great from the average. I didn't always feel like grinding. I didn't always feel like telling jokes in empty clubs for $50, but I did it anyway. Discipline is what builds trust in yourself. It's what makes you unbreakable under pressure. You trust yourself because you know you won't quit when it gets hard. That's a power nobody can take from you. So yeah, get motivated, but more importantly, get disciplined. Wake up early. Stay consistent. Do the work. Watch how your whole life transforms. You can't talk about staying strong under pressure without talking about faith and patience. Some of y'all giving up too soon because you think God forgot about you. Nah, he didn't forget. He's working behind the scenes, setting you up. But you gotta trust the process. You plant a seed today. You don't get fruit tomorrow. You water it. You protect it. You wait. That's patience. And while you're waiting, you work. You keep your faith strong. I'm telling you, your time is coming, but you gotta hold on long enough to see it. Pressure is a test of your faith. Do you really believe what you say you believe? Or do you fold when it ain't happening on your timeline? Stay patient, stay faithful, keep working, keep believing, and when it finally breaks through, man, you're gonna be so glad you didn't quit. The blessing is worth the wait. Too many people crack under pressure because they trying to be somebody they not. Listen, the only way you win in this life is by being unapologetically you. Authenticity is your superpower. You ain't gotta act like Andrew Tate, Les Brown, Ed Mylett, or Steve Harvey. You gotta be you. That's what's gonna separate you from everybody else. Pressure comes when you living a lie, trying to keep up with an image that ain't real. Drop the act. Own who you are, flaws and all. Your story is your advantage. Your mistakes, your pain, your struggle, that's your testimony. Ain't nobody else got that. So don't hide it. Use it. When you stand firm in who you are, no amount of pressure can move you. People gonna talk. Let him. You just keep being real. Keep doing you. And keep showing up. That's how you build an unshakable life. So here's what I want you to remember. Today is your day. Not tomorrow. Not next week. Right now. You ain't promised another 24 hours. You gotta decide today that you ain't gonna crack under pressure. You gonna stand tall. You gonna fight back. You gonna refuse to quit. The world ain't gonna hand you nothing. You gotta go get it. And you can. I believe in you. But it don't matter what I believe. Do you believe in you? That's what counts. You got the tools. You got the mind. You got the spirit. Now get up and use them. Ain't nobody coming to save you. You your own rescue mission. So go out there, handle your business, and remember, pressure ain't here to break you. It's here to build you into everything you dreamed you could be. Don't crack. Stand firm. Don't quit. Get stronger. Don't run. Level up. Now go get what's yours.